Welcome to Card Corner. These are the cards. That's the corner. Today I'm going to be opening these Star Wars Galaxy cards. Joining us in the corner today is Grand Moff Tarkin. I picked him up off of a site called ComC or comc.com, and basically you can send in all your cards and they catalog them and put them on their website, and you can buy other people's cards. And the cool thing about that is you can buy a lot of different cards and get them all sent at once. So, like, as opposed to eBay, when you're just buying all of the different cards and having them shipped separately, this one saves you a bit of money that way. So I like Grand Moff Tarkin because he is played by Peter Cushing, one of my favorite actors. So let's see if we can't find a Peter Cushing card in these Star Wars Galaxy cards. It looks like these are going to be a lot of like the alternate art, not like scenes from the movie, which I think is pretty cool. All right, and first off is a Return of the Jedi picture with C-3PO and R2-D2. Looks like it's a Japanese poster. Or maybe that's the Japanese poster, I'm not sure. So it's from the Japanese artist Noriyoshi Ohirai, which has a very realistic C-3PO and R2-D2 against what appears to be a galaxy of supernovae. The poster was printed in a limited edition for sale in Japan. Clearly the most unusual of all the foreign posters for Return of the Jedi, or in this case, Powrot Jedi, is this exploding Darth Vader head, a lithograph from Poland by artist Witold Dybowski. It's a Polish poster. I remember seeing some of the Polish posters, I think it was Polish, for Godzilla, thinking those were really cool. All right, next up, it looks like we've got some character art for Han Solo. The original sketches for Han Solo in Star Wars showed him in a tailored military outfit that looked more like a general than a rapscallion, but George Lucas quickly made it clear that his heroes and villains wouldn't be clad in the kind of spandex-tight, futuristic duds that were hallmark of so many 1950s science fiction epics. Han, shown here in Nilo Rodis Jamero sketches from Return of the Jedi, kept the same basic look throughout the trilogy. Got the classic Han Solo pose. All right, looks like it's some like early concept art for A New Hope. Artists' imaginations can unleash some beguiling if strange concepts. Wojtek Siedmak has used near photorealism on Obi-Wan Kenobi and the two droids, though as Leia is considerably more statuesque and as Luke substantially more muscular than the actual characters. The fun comes in his ethereal landscape and his shattering Death Star with Darth Vader at the core. A more commercial design makes a point literally. I like that one. I don't think I've seen that poster before. And yeah, Luke's got like a 8-pack there. I'm not sure who that's supposed to be down there. I guess Obi-Wan Kenobi. Speaking of which, here's a painted portrait of him. Obi-Wan Kenobi appears to be a crazy old hermit, but is really a Jedi Knight who trained Anakin Skywalker in the ways of the Force. When Anakin turned to the dark side, becoming Darth Vader, a distressed Obi-Wan left the world behind until Princess Leia Organa and Luke Skywalker urgently seek his help. Even after he transforms into another state, Obi-Wan's words and spirit give Luke strength in times of peril. There he is, about to fight Darth Vader on the Death Star. All right, here we got some, I guess, snow troopers. The relentless stormtroopers patrol dogs for the Empire, as envisioned by Al Williamson. It was back in 1949 that Williamson began his career with John Wayne Comics for Toby Press, Al Cap's company. Memorable science fiction stories for EC followed along with timely westerns. A longtime admirer of Alex Raymond's elegant, swashbuckling creation, Williamson rendered the Flash Gordon newspaper strip from King Features as well as enduring Secret Agent X9. Alright, I think these are the Mon Calamari. Every great being has humble beginnings, proclaims Michael Wum. His last name is W. Is it a title? Michael Wim Kaluta. I see young Akbar's schoolmates struggling together with the finer points of this difficult training. In 1969, the prolific Kaluta began working for DC Comics. Jobs on Batman, Detective, and one of his most critically acclaimed assignments, The Shadow, followed. Other well-known works include Starstruck, My Name is Paris, Bill the Galactic Hero, and The Abyss. I don't know a lot of those. If The Abyss is in reference to the Steven Spielberg movie, then, or the Steven Spielberg? James Cameron movie, then yes, I know that one. All right, we got a picture of Darth Vader. Nice painterly style there. Star Wars was exactly what a kid would think of as the movie he would make if he could, observes George Pratt. You'd look at all your favorite comic books, all your favorite science fiction books, World War II war movies, and you'd say, this is what I would do if I was in charge. Pratt's comic style work has appeared in Marvel's Epic Illustrated, Heavy Metal, and Eagle magazine. A successful painter, his creations have been showcased in a number of prestigious museums. I think that one's my favorite so far, but this is up there. It's a pretty sweet picture of Boba Fett. To me, Boba Fett is visually the most interesting character in the entire Star Wars universe, declares Brian Stelfreeze. He was super bad, truly ominous, a high plains drifter kind of guy who wasn't intimidated by Darth Vader. Stelfreeze's imaginative compositions and unique color choices have earned him a legion of admirers. Notable covers of The Shadow of the Bat for DC and the fetching She-Hulk rendering that now adorns the cover of Marvel Swimsuit issue number 1. Alright, I think that those are my two favorite cards in that pack for sure. Open up another one. Alright, that's a really weird looking, like Darth Vader cult looking picture there. Highly stylized look is what artist Philip Droulet sought in this poster concept, blending the lines of Darth Vader's helmet to turn it into a near pyramid shape. The legion of stormtroopers seemed carved out of stone. Conceptual artist Ralph McQuarrie also had a go at creating a poster. Here is one of his many versions, incorporating the first typeface used for Star Wars logo before the new familiar triangular style was adopted. You got the more minimalist style on the back there. It's such a weird one. All right, and we got a great picture of Han Solo here. I really like that one. Han Solo, an infamous spice smuggler, is also an ace starship pilot. With his faithful companion Chewbacca, he seeks his fortune while eluding galactic bounty hunters and Imperial forces. A simple taxi job puts him in the middle of the titanic clash between good and evil. Ever the reluctant hero, he helps rescue Princess Leia and saves Luke's life gets frozen in carbonite before being rescued by his new friends. Another good one. Yeah, it looks like Luke Skywalker riding on some kind of dragon thing. The Star Wars movie trilogy was important to me, not only because it was a stunning experience, concludes Tom Yeats, but because it encouraged revolution during an otherwise repressive era. Yeats is known for drawing characters in wild, non-urban settings. He rendered short stories for Sergeant Rock, Mystery in Space, Ghosts, and other DC series before landing his first regular job, the revival of Swamp Thing. I don't know, I don't think that one's as good as some of the other ones we've gotten. Alright, here's Luke Luke Skywalker shooting his blaster. It's done by Gil Kane, I suppose. I wanted to do Star Wars for years, and admits comic veteran Gil Kane. I was most happy at the opportunity to add George Lucas's creations to a long list of characters I've done that go back seemingly to the beginning of time. Kane began his impressive career back in the 1940s with Inspector Bentley of Scotland Yard for Pep Comics. This led to lucrative jobs for DC and eventually Marvel, and as well as the Prince Valiant and Tarzan newspaper strips. Very stylized look there. Alright, and it's Yoda. Pretty good Yoda card. What prompted Joe Quesada to render the Jedi Master Yoda? He looks like my cat. Quesada has illustrated more comic book covers than he can remember. His accomplishments include the RAG 6-issue miniseries for DC Comics. Alright, looks like this is the title card. And some checklist stuff there. Alright, looks like it's some Charlie Brown here for some reason. Han and Chewie try to rescue Lando from the jaws of that insatiable sand monster, the Sarlacc, in this scene inspired by Return of the Jedi. Star Wars was one of my favorite movies as a child, recalls Kyle Baker, so it was a joy working on this project. Alright, and last in the pack, it is the Jawas taking apart C-3PO. I was only 7 when my parents took me to see Star Wars. Wow, all little kids deserve a place like that. In 1990, just a month before marrying his beautiful wife Maria, LaFamme began working as an artist for Valiant Comics. While helping to build the Valiant universe, he created Shadow Man and co-directed the lives of the Harbinger kids. Additionally, he contributed to Magnus, RAI, and Hardcore. Alright, one more pack. The information on the back, I think, is kind of lacking. I would sort of prefer it to be a little bit more about the characters. But I suppose this is geared more towards the artist. Alright, we've got some Cantina alien characters. Looks like they're coming into the bar up here. The cantina scene, Bruce Zick observes, is the threshold moment of transition into a fabulous and daring world of fantasy, imagination, and sense of wonder that has changed us forever. There he is with his dog. Another picture of Han Solo. Han Solo appears to be defying the laws of physics in a rendering by Gil Kane that captures the outrageous but always entertaining spirit of the Star Wars movies themselves. Looks like an early poster. Luke looks kind of old there. I think that's our guy, Grand Moff Tarkin. A more realistic Star Wars universe, painted with the benefit of photographs from the film, appears in this luminescent poster concept by Jim Campbell. More artists than usual were hired to come up with different ideas to promote the film. On the first anniversary of release in 1978, a poster filled with toy action figures photographed by Weldon Anderson was released to theaters. It's one of the rarest posters today. It's pretty cool. It's a poster with all the different action figures. I had a bunch of those, especially the 90s ones. I think I have like almost a full set of the 90s action figures lying around somewhere. All right, that's a poster with George Lucas on it. George Lucas was determined to film his space fantasy despite turndowns by two major studios. Finally, 20th Century Fox agreed to take a chance on the young director. It was an arduous journey with script revisions, a limited budget, and time pressures before May 25th, 1977 premiere. But when Star Wars opened to rave reviews and huge lines, Lucas changed the course of movie making. Nice, I like that George Lucas card. Ooh, and we got Slave Leia in her bikini there. The character of Princess Leia combines the qualities of charm, whimsy, nobility, and just plain fun that defines Star Wars for me. Offers Brett Blevins. And besides, I love this costume. Well said, Brett. Well said. All right, we got, looks like some banthas pulling the Jawa truck thing and the land speeder. We're moving. While most businesses might send drab change of address postcards, having an artist like Ralph McQuarrie on staff lets the folks at Lucasfilm send out this intriguing card front when they moved off the Universal Studios lot to their own building down the street. Another kind of move that is of Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter on the exhaust port of the first Death Star. So this is their "we're moving" picture that they sent to people. It's kind of cool. All right, we got a Lando sketch. Lando Calrissian goes from amoral scoundrel to general in the rebel forces. By the time of the Ewok party that ends Return of the Jedi, he is envisioned wearing a tailored outfit with vests to ward off forest chill. Lando also disguises himself as a skiff guard to infiltrate the Jabba the Hutt's crew and help Luke rescue Leia and Han from the clutches of the galactic gangster. Nilo Rodis Jamero drew these pictures. I like that one. That's probably my favorite one of the sketch cards. All right, and one last picture. It is another Boba Fett. Looking all stoic. Boba Fett is the most notorious bounty hunter in the galaxy. He is sheathed in armor like that worn by the Mandalore warriors when they were defeated by the Jedi Knights of during the Clone Wars. It is rigged with the numerous weapons including a missile-firing backpack, wrist laser, and rocket darts. Boba Fett, flying his distinctively shaped Slave One, is hired by Darth Vader to pursue the Millennium Falcon and capture Han Solo. Pretty nice one, but I think I like this other one a little bit better. Yeah. All right, so those are the Star Wars cards. I think that these ones are pretty good too. Let me know which card is your favorite. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed watching it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more pack openings such as this. Leave a comment. Let me know the kind of stuff you'd like to see me open packs for. If you have any suggestions or anything like that, let me know. That would be cool. And this has been the Star Wars Galaxy cards on Card Corner. Take it easy.